I got a couple of super chats. The first one was from the Beaver Labs, and they said, "Make me God." Okay, you are God. Let's see. The second one says, "Thank you for the info, Telltale." You're welcome, Beaver Labs. I found it interesting too. I found the information interesting too. So, anyway, and there was one more person said, "Did you get to widen your music exposure significantly after leaving Jehovah's Witnesses?" That wasn't a super chat. That was just an @ But yeah, I did. But honestly, when I was Jehovah's Witness, I kind of violated the rules flagrantly with music anyways. I listened to like Metallica and Megadeth and Pantera and Tool. Tool was most definitely not allowed in Jehovah's Witnesses. I mean, they had all kinds of songs that you weren't supposed to listen to. I mean, they had songs about, they had a song called Eulogy about Jesus. It was a eulogy to Jesus. That's definitely not allowed. So anyway, yeah, lots of people. Omega Riley sent us a super chat. Thank you, Omega Riley. Says, "Glad to see another podcast." Yeah. Geez, Beaver Labs, thank you for your kind words. Anytime. Thank you for the super chats. That's awesome. You know what? I'm going to send a little heart too. Anyway. Thank you, guys. Potato, did you have any questions for me?
Yeah, sure, we got a couple. First up from Boba Fett was, when you were leaving the Jehovah's Witnesses, what was the hardest part of breaking your indoctrination?
When I was leaving Jehovah's Witnesses, what's the hardest part of beating the indoctrination? Honestly, I feel like I had to come at every part of my belief system and my feelings on everything and reevaluate it and determine if it was reasonable and logical or not. I had to reevaluate how I felt about evolution and other religions and everything, just from the ground up. I think that reevaluating evolution was probably the hardest because there's so much information there. Like, there's so much to learn about it. In fact, I'm still learning how evolution works and everything in great detail. It's a very time-consuming process, but it's worth it because it's really fascinating. I love it. Before I take another question, I just noticed I had a whole bunch of super chats. Holy hell. Okay, let me start from the top here. Let's see here. I appreciate you guys so much. You have no idea. It's so awesome to see a swell of support because, I don't know, YouTube's been down lately, and so I'm just so glad that you guys are showing your support for me. It's really nice. Omega Riley said, "Glad to see another podcast." Then Beaver Lab said, "Thank you for your kind words." Thank you for your kind words. And then I gave a little heart. Let's see. Tool. And then Omega Riley said, "Beaver's trying to one-up me now." Red Boy gave me a $25 super chat. "Enjoy your conversations." Thank you. I will do that. The Beaver Labs, $5, says, "I appreciate the little heart emoji." You're welcome. In fact, I'll give you another. Boom. Then Omega Riley gave me a super chat with no message to it. And then Beaver Labs gave me another super chat. Says, "I'll make this a war." Okay. Omega Riley gave a $5 super chat. Says, "Then a war you shall have." Jesus. And then Beaver Labs gave another $5 super chat. "I'll rally my troops. We'll fire cannons of donations at Telltale." This is going. I like this. This seems good to me. Morgan Edgman donated $2. Said, "Your videos have inspired me to get back into art." I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad they're doing some good. I think art is really important. It played a big part in my life when I was younger. Like, sitting at home, isolated from society the way that I was in my teen years, I had music and I had a notebook to draw in, always. Cardboard donated $50. No message to it, though. Well, thank you. I appreciate that so much. And then Omega Riley, $10, says, "Well, crap, I can't beat that on minimum wage." Well, I appreciate the donations anyways, and you're my boy. You're even a mod on here, so. Beaver Labs, Omega Riley, "I'll fight in your name." Aw, they joined forces. That's so nice of you guys. Cajun Crustacean says, "And my axe holds up a spray can." That's awesome. Omega Riley, $3. The final blow I'm dealing to my bank account. You guys didn't have to do all this. You guys are the shit. You guys know that I love you to death. And then Cardboard, $100. Holy hell, Cardboard. Jesus Christ. I appreciate that so much, man. You don't even know. You really don't even know. It's awesome. All of you guys are just the shit. Anyway, that was an interesting conversation. That was really funny. Okay, do you have more questions for me, Potato?
I sure do.
Okay.
From Waffle688, have you ever been to a Catholic Mass? Any season is acceptable.
No, I haven't, and I've really wanted to. I love going to like different churches and stuff. I think it's really, really fascinating, especially Catholic Mass, because there's so many like weird little intricacies to Catholic Mass, and with the way you're supposed to worship and all of the rituals and the way you move, it's very calculated. It's very, very interesting from what I understand. Like I said, I've never been to one, but I would like to go to one. I think I have a cousin who is Catholic, or who is at least previously Catholic. I don't know what he is. He may actually still be Catholic. I don't know. But maybe I can convince him to take me to a Catholic Mass one day. I think it'd be pretty cool. I'd also like to go to a Hindu service. I don't know what they call it. Wouldn't mind going to even a Muslim service. I think that would be pretty interesting. I'm always interested in going to this stuff and seeing how it works and everything. So, anyway, do you have one more question for me?
Sure. I got one from Tauja, I believe.
Okay, yeah.
Are you planning on doing any sort of video discussing the new abortion laws, or is that just too far removed from your type of content?
FYI, Tauja helped me start this Discord in the first place. He was a patron for like a really, really long time. He's a pretty good buddy of mine. So, yeah, thanks for the question, Tauja. I actually talked to Jimmy, Mr. Atheist, about this, and he was trying to get me to do it. He was like, if you do this, then we'll work together and we'll get something big going and we'll advertise together and everything. Honestly, it's so far removed from my content type that it's hard to do. And I actually considered talking about it on the podcast, but I feel like it takes such a time devotion that I don't know that I could devote enough time to it. I may still talk about it on the podcast. I may still talk about it on my main channel, but I'm going to have to find the right segue into it to do it, because it's definitely outside my wheelhouse. I talk about religion and cults and extremism generally, and this does link into that in various ways, which may even be the segues I need to get into it, but it's going to take time to do something like that. I do feel like it's extremely important to talk about, though. It's just hard to link into it. I got more super chats. Holy hell. Cassandra, I'm determined to get this name right because they gave me a super chat. I absolutely must. Cassandra Pentagast. To all poor peeps, small donations are valid. That is very true. Small donations are extremely valid, all of you. And then the Beaver Labs donated $1.01 because they like to make it uneven. And then Omega Riley donated 5 $1 donations. Holy shit, man. I swear to God, all of you are just the shit. I talk to Omega Riley in DMs sometimes anyways. But yeah, hit me up sometime. All of you guys. I really appreciate the super chats, all of you. I'm actually OCD. I have obsessive compulsive disorder, so the fact that you guys are donating odd numbers bothers me a little bit, in a comical way mostly. It's not terrible. I see that it's like 34 cents. Okay, so now I think it's 36 cents is the ending number. So I can justify that by saying it's like close to 1/3. It's kind of an even, I don't even know. I'm just trying to not think about how uneven it is. Okay.